Where can you reliably find Palium? So Palium isn't necessarily reliable, but I can tell you the most common spawn locations people will go to. Um, the flooded forest on the upper cliff up here, the upper cliffs on the southern side of Flooded Fortress, in a tiny cave by Tomala's under the thorny thicket. They do spawn on the cliffs over above the statue garden, but less frequently. You can also find them on the geyser up here and in the geyser dip down on the edges. They do also spawn in various places in the mines and an outside cave. The cave down by Hossian's Grove down here is where it will also spawn. Inside this cave over here, on the cliffs over here, there's a bunch of underground pathway that it sometimes spawns in as well. And then I think that's where all the places I go for it. But you have to be looking for it. So you do have to be traveling back and forth between these places because it is going to spawn and despawn. So if people aren't calling it out, but if you want a place to like run around, basically doing the Pavel mine route, check upper, run up to Tomala's, run down to the geyser, check the mines, lower, upper, Tomala's, geyser, mines. I can do that path right now if you'd like. What you're gonna do is when you first get to Bahari, no fast travel. The first thing you're gonna do if you want to, when you load in, is you're gonna run down to this cave just below Hideaway Bluffs, and you're gonna check for Palium. Then you have two options. You can either fast travel to the main stables and start your route there, or you can just hand walk, like just normally walk to the Pavel mines. I'm gonna act as if I didn't bother going to Hossian's cave because I'm not gonna, and I'm gonna show you the locations in which Palium spawn. So on the outside of Pavel mines, if you climb up here, ooh, Briar Daisy. Now, can she remember where it is? Yes. So on the top of Pavel Mines, there is this cave. Top section. The mines are down there. Palium can spawn in here. So this is a good spot to start rather than going down to the bottom of the mines like most people do. Check for Palium. It's normally going to be right here where I'm standing. But you're going to want to check for, like, obviously do a look, because I'm sure it can spawn in other spots. And then you're going to do bloop. And you're going to check down here. And then you're going to bloop. And then you're going to check here. So these are the spots where Palium can spawn, where these rocks are. I always break them because that means Palium has the chance to spawn there. If you don't break those rocks, Palium can't spawn because those rocks are taking the spot. So make sure you break what you see. And now you can jump down to this ledge where Palium spawns. Then you want to jump over to this ledge and you want to do this loop because Palium can spawn in this loop as well. And since I'm in here, I'm going to take this iron. And by taking this iron, I am allowing the possibility, again, for more Palium to spawn for other people. You don't have to break them, but remember, if you don't, and no one else does, Palium can't respawn in here. And then you finish the little circle, and you're going to come right back out where you started, because it's a little loop. So now you're back down in here. Right? Now what you're going to do is you're going to jump down to the next level. So now that you're down here, you want to check in here. I've never personally found Palium in here, but someone says it can spawn in there. Palium can also spawn in this rock's position, and it can also spawn in this rock's position, and this rock's position. It can also spawn in this hallway, so you always want to see if any of this is Palium. And then, now that we're out of the mines, this is where you do the next part of the route, which is you climb up this mountain. So we just did all of Pavel Mines, and now we're going to do Flooded Fortress. And our goal is to end up on the top corner here. Then we're going to make our way across Flooded Fortress and end up in the top corner over here. Be careful with these rocks. They are hard to climb. I recommend you don't jump. If you jump, it causes the potential for more glitches, so just slow climb. And if you get stuck, try to climb back down and up in a different spot, because you can unstuck yourself most of the time that way. And this is the other location that Palium can spawn. There's literally Palium here. So all of these nodes, this one, and there's a third spot there. And then over here, there are 3 spots that are easily missed. This one is under a bush. It is so easy to miss. I'm going to break all of these just to allow more Palium potential. So then what I do is I just float my way down. Then you're going to run across. And your goal is to end up on that cliff up there. So the next spot you want to go to is up this way. And it's just up in this corner over here. So there are 3 potential spawn spots up on this ridge where Palium can spawn. 2 of them are currently alive, but different stones. So I am going to break them. Oh, see, the rock just spawned in front of me. So you just got to see where all the 3 spawn locations are on this edge. Then once you're done here, this is where you can make the decision of how far you want your Palium run to be. Because you could easily just go backwards now. You could easily just go back to this cliff, back through the mines, up to the top, and do it all over again. And you could just do this as a mini loop if you're someone who doesn't get super bored with one continual small loop. I get a little bored, so it's hard for me to run around in one spot back and forth. So once you're in the northern side, I will be making my way to probably the geyser. So there is one up in Thorny Thicket. I don't really care to walk that far unless I'm also hunting for flow trees, because flow trees have a really high spawn rate up in this area. So if I'm looking for flow trees at the same time, I will run this way, but I'm not going to bother going to Thorny Thicket on this route. I am going to run to the geyser, and then I would run back to the mines. But I will show you where this cave is for your sake. So the geyser that you're looking for Palium, you can climb up the mountain. I am way too lazy for that. So I'm going to go around the edge and use the geyser to my advantage. Yeah, the geyser's more fun anyway. So this geyser doesn't look like it functions. If you're a new player, you might get confused by this. This is an active geyser. It just have rocks on top of it. So just stand here and it will activate. So where you're looking for Palium is along the cliff edges here. All of these rocks have the potential to be Palium. So plop down here. I'm going to break these for Palium spawn opportunity for other people. I don't know if these 2 spots can be Palium here and there. I've never seen Palium spawn in those 2 spots, but it also doesn't hurt to break them. And then for anyone that wants to do the long route, I'll show you where Tomala's cave is, because a lot of people do miss this one. So that's Tomala's house. That's the road and pond in front of it, and there is this cave. And this cave has a chance to spawn Palium in 2 to 3 different spots. This is my favorite personal route because it has the most, especially this area, this section has the most possible spawn points. So if you want a good short little Palium run, mine's at the top, work your way down, upper ledge, over to the geyser, back through the main route, upper ledge, and so on. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope that was helpful. I know it was kind of long, but you asked, I provided. Thank you so much for watching. Sorry about any fan noise in the background. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and you can find even more information at the Palia Wiki or by joining the Palia Discord. I just want to say, though I am a Palia partner and get free previews and things like that, they don't pay me to do any of this. I just love the game. I hope that you end up finding this as lucrative as some of my community members did, and I really appreciate you watching the whole video.